in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. They go play action with Richardson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Richardson looking to throw this. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Check smash, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Looking for James Cook out of the backfield that time. But now it's 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Takes it to about the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Allen going to change this at the line. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. But it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only Charles in the run game, but in the pass game as well. He can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Here we go. Street. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Richardson off the play fake. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Christian Watson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Watson with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Alec Pierce, 35 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Past the 60. Past the 60. Ready.
Richardson. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
65 catch. 65 catch. Pace, 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 pace. Let's go.
Play action. Now Richardson. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's got Pierce. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Off play action. Richardson. And complete right side to Cook. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On the move to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Anthony Richardson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Richardson to throw off play action. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quez Watkins, 41 yards. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific. in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll get this to about the 38. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a 2nd and 6. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Come 19. Warriors 70. Ready.
A final shot before the half. Richardson forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a give, right side. Parson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Parson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Allen going to change it up. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Parson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Dragon 60.
They go play action with Richardson. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Richardson. He's got it. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Lions 42, Vikings 3.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This 2nd and 4. Allen going to change the look here. On 2nd down, Carson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Allen going to throw. This one deep for Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Ready.
Richardson off the play fake. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
In motion goes the tight end. Now an option play on second down. He juked him. There he goes left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
Trap 50.
Richardson looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Allen now looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Riggs.
Second down, here's Richardson. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's first and 10.
60 Maverick.
Richardson looking to throw this. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's second and 10.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. Go.
Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a handoff up the middle. Carson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Right back to him on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On play action, Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, Carson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Richardson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.